I apologize. Like beginning screens, as soon as I record, checks to make sure I've got the right device. So I have to have that pause while you see me look around the screen and play with my mouse. I was going into meditation this morning and wasn't planning on recording, but what came was so beautiful and meaningful to me. I thought, oh yeah, I'd like to share this with those who are interested, those who are open. And I went into meditation. I was just thinking about some of the scenery that I was seeing. My screensaver is a couple of years ago, Thelma and I went to the giant redwoods in northwestern California. And the week following went to Mount Shasta for probably close to 2 weeks, I think. Anyway, I've got this as my screensaver, so I see all this nature. So as I'm going into meditation this morning, I'm just giving thanks for the beauty of the nature of the trees, the mountains, the rivers when they're flowing, the rain, the thunder, the animals, just so grateful for this beautiful planet. And I see it just in this beautiful, harmonious coexistence of all, that knowing it can take care of itself, it can replenish itself, and on and on and on. And then that beauty was interrupted with, what if no more trees? What if the rivers dry up? What if the pollution of humanity overtakes the supply and support of the earth? And I saw devastation, but I know that's not the way the world's going to go, because Christ's letters have come, because new thought has come, because people are open to greater and bigger things in our lives. And here's the bottom line. It can only be done spiritually. It can only be done from a spiritual connection with the source that knows how to do it all, because it is the very intelligence that creates itself. So we tap into its creation and find out what is ours to do. And that spiritual connection guides and leads us and directs us to be the living God, the living essence, the living Christ, the living Buddha, the living whatever master, whatever teaching, whatever guru, whatever we're following, it's all the same thing. Spirituality. Religion is the doorway to spirituality. It's time for that door to open. Thank you, my Father. Oh. Religion is the doorway to spirituality. It needs to open. And as we go through our transition from this life to the next, there are those supporting us on both sides as we make that transition. And so the church, the temples, the mosques, the gurus, everything is the doorway to our own spirituality within. When we find it within, we're connected with one another in a spiritual communion, a spiritual consciousness for bringing forth peace and joy and harmony and love upon our planet. So religion is the doorway to spirituality. Jesus said, I am the way to the Father. You can't know the Father but through me. So religion is that doorway. Jesus is that doorway, that bridge, not to something outside of ourselves, but that which we are. I feel so privileged and so blessed to have the teachings of The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. and Christ's letters through his recorder. What a blessing to marry these two very strong, powerful philosophies that allow us, that reveal to us, that support us in knowing the God without and the God within is one God. As I look at the forest, without man, take man out of the picture, just take, no pollution, no nothing, just see nature without man. Beautiful harmony. If there's a forest fire, it's meant to be. When it burns out, it's meant to burn out. But everything, all the populations, maintain a balance and a harmony for the environment and the environment for itself. Everywhere we look in nature, this is what we see. And we can judge things as right or wrong or bad or good or whatever, but in nature, it's perfect. The intelligence that does all this, it migrates the whales, all the life forms, the butterflies, the birds, all the intelligence that operates in migration through them, the maturation of the starlings, where they make these dances when we see it in schools with fish, how everything aligns in perfect harmony and balance of each one an individual within the collective, all in the same rhythm, the same consciousness. This is how we humans also can operate, and we're meant to operate. This is the way the universe operates. The strength and weakness of our human being is our willpower and where we direct it. Do I direct my willpower from the life energy of me, or do I direct it into the environment around me? I would love the churches to hear this, that they are meant to be the doorway to spirituality. And that doorway is any religion, any philosophy, any science. Anything in the physical is a doorway into the spiritual from which it comes. We unify with our source of being. This source is a true inventor. We cannot invent anything except the thought first exists. And so when I want a thought to turn pollution around, well, first we turn the human being around, create in me a new heart, O God, a new mind, a new soul, a new being, a new purpose for my life. Create in me that, O God. And let me focus on this and let you, the environment around me that supports this desire, I attract all of it to me. And it does support me and it grows me. And I come into my Christ nature, my God nature, my God essence. I come into the oneness of myself with my spirituality, one with my consciousness, the only creator. And as I allow this and live in this and allow this to live through me, I am at peace. I am in harmony. I am totally, completely supported in all ways, at all times. And as you come into this experience of your spirituality, your consciousness within, through whatever doorway, Mm. You and I bring peace to the world. And I believe the church, recognizing itself as a doorway, we can see this shift in consciousness before December 31st of this year. It can happen this fast because the truth is already known. It's been clouded over by misunderstandings, misinterpretations, separation, following the pack. It's time for a new tribe upon our earth. This tribe exists in many areas around our planet. Even in individuals it exists. But now it's time to bring us to the one tribe of humanity, the human being. Black, white, yellow, red, matters not. Spirit is all there is, and we get to express it, experience it, be it. And once we have ourselves in this alignment, everything will be automatic. For all people will first focus on the connection with spirit for guidance, for answers, for solutions. Going to what I call the thought above the thought that I'm thinking now. Can you imagine a world filled with whatever your master's name is, whatever your guru's name is, whatever your science is? Can you see a world where everyone is working for each other, enjoying being together? This is how we're meant to live. This is what our soul, our spirit is craving for. It doesn't want, it creates the hell because that's what we want. But it would be such a greater expression of itself for all of us to express it individually, uniquely, and allow each one to be ourselves. And if there are those who harm or hurt or damage or steal or any of those things, that too is dealt with spiritually. Spirit knows how to affect change in the individual, even in you and me. So I thank you for this time. I'm just going to go off and continue and knowing more of the spirit of me as I open myself to more, to find maybe a challenge in my life and say, how do I handle this? Or some news item that I've seen that I don't like, and I allow it, but it's, what can I do? And I listen. It's always to see it differently, and I do. Spirit's the infinite knowledge, thought, awareness, and we get to experience it. And we can look at all the bad going on and say, oh, well, they didn't ask for that. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. In this moment, you have a choice. I have a choice. Where am I going to put my willpower? On love, on acceptance, on equality and respect, or on reacting to whatever's going on? Spirit has a way. Jesus showed us, for those who know Jesus, The Buddha shows us, for those who know Buddha, many, many masters. Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, Einstein, I mean, on and on and on, the masters that have walked this plane. It's time for us to come into our spiritual consciousness and allow it to guide us and live us and love us so we can love. I accept this world is here right now with you and me. And because we have accepted it, allowing it, giving it permission to come through, knowing the word directs the action, and the action becomes the thing itself, from itself, as itself. Namaste, and thank you for being with me today. Chapel in the Sky at AOL.com. YouTube is channel chapel-in-the-sky. Enjoy your meditation.